Hello everyone, my name is Shen. I'm from Shanghai Wenlai Middle School, grade 8, class 11. Today, my topic is about waves, music, and emotion. Now, here's my first question. What is wave? When I see this, my first answer is the waves of the sea. And then some questions come behind it. These are the waves of music, the waves of emotion, the waves of stock markets, and the waves of the culture. Actually, we can see the waves. My father is a music composer, so I see him use some different music applications and softwares to create his own music. And sometimes I see these music of the waves just like this picture shows in these softwares. And that time I realized that my father can use these music of the waves to edit his own music and make them better. Now, I'm just going to talk about some of my experiences and my way to feel the waves. It is playing the piano. As you all know, I started practicing piano since I was 3 years old, so I have a very sensitive hearing, and I use my hearing to feel the ambience of the sound environments around me every day. And when I'm practicing some piano pieces, they always have melodies, rhythms, and harmonies in them, and I use these music elements to feel the music of the waves. And also, when I'm practicing piano, I usually have some emotion, and they always cause me some personal feelings. Now, let's listen to the sound of the waves. Isn't it very romantic, but with a little sadness in it? Now, let's listen to another one. Isn't it, aren't you feeling some kind of happiness and victory in it? But suddenly it changed. Now, let me talk to you about some of my experiences for practicing piano. They caused me some emotional change. Can you ever imagine I have so much different kinds of emotions when I'm practicing the piano? I feel confusing, doubting, depressing, but at last I feel confident. And this is my dear piano teacher. Actually, she is my mother, and at most time she teaches me just like this picture shows. Look nice, isn't it? But sometimes she acts really seriously, just like this. And now let me tell you why. These are the hardships for practicing piano. We need to do it step by step. And first, what we need to do, the basic one, is to be accurate. We need to play the piano with no error. For example, when you are playing your music to your audience and you make some notes wrong, maybe next time they will never buy your ticket again because you perform so horrible. And next, what we need to do is to be professional. Playing the music very beautifully is very good, but to make it better is to also have the composer's intention in it. So when I'm practicing each piano pieces, I usually do some researches of the writers of these music pieces. And the last one, the difficult one, the most difficult one, is to have is to be musical. And the last one you need to have is your personal understanding so that you can develop yourself and make it better. So that we can make a perfect practice plan. Let me tell you the last question. What did you do well and what could be better next time? Actually, this question sometimes confuses me, but this question can actually help you to improve yourself and develop your piano skills. Sometimes I face many problems and when I'm practicing, and I use many ways to solve them. And sometimes there are some problems I could never solve, and that time I'm really disappointed, and sometimes I'm even depressing. And this time, in my memory, somebody inspired me. These are the three famous American musicians, and they are also my parents' music partners. And this is me when I'm 8 years old. I'm practicing and playing the piano during my parents' concert rehearsal. And these three musicians are looking back at me at the audience area. One of them is a violist, and he is also a member of the Pacifica Quartet. And this year, they just won the Grammys for the Best Chamber Music Performance. I'm really happy for them. And what I remember him most is that I remember that when we were having our first rehearsal, I saw him just can't get in the rhythm because these music pieces were written by my dad and they are Chinese-style music. He had never experienced such kind of music, and I can saw his nervous on his face. And I also believe that he had practiced a lot after the first rehearsal in that evening, because the next time when we were having the next rehearsal, I saw him playing confidently. And of course, at last, he succeeded. And this is me when I'm 10 years old. On the right is my music teacher in the UK. As you all know, I studied in the UK for a year in the year of 2018. And my music teacher is also the director of the church choir. I sang as the tenor parts. And I remember that when I first got in this church choir, I realized that we need to sing different songs of different languages, such as German, Italian, French, and many more. And that really confuses me because that time I'm only English learning. And when my music teacher realized that, he practiced with me alone for a long time. And when we were recording for the BBC 4 Music FM, I felt really confident and sang my parts very nice. And also, I joined the jazz band of my middle school in the UK, and I played as the keyboard parts, the only keyboard parts. And when we were playing a music piece called Skyfall from the movie series of the 007, I have a half-minute long solo for my keyboard. And this is the first time I need to cooperate with such a big band. And I felt really nervous, and so I practiced for days and even months. So at last, I succeeded, of course, because I have practiced a lot and I'm fully prepared. And I learned that when you are facing a problem, just never give up and keep going. Find a way to solve it. As this picture shows, the show is only a little bit that everyone sees, but the rehearsal is underwater. That is not everyone sees. Maybe it's multiple times bigger than the show. And this is my music major free time list. As you all see, I clean some time for practicing and more practicing. And what activities I get rid of is playing video games and watching TV. Because if I do these two kind of things together, I will have no time. So, this is my conclusion of my waves. what we need to do, the first one, is to release so that you can be very calm and that you can think more efficiently. So, at last, you can concentrate to face and solve the problem you are going to do. So, this is my opinion of the waves. Thank you.